That's interesting. I had a question about prop wire, so this could be timely.
Yeah. So, I was hoping other people were on the call because I wanted to recognize you for jumping on like yesterday and doing the 10 calls with me. And when you were done, you said that's probably the most valuable meeting or time that we spent together. And I think I would agree. Like it was fun. We had a ton of fun, but even like I'm like just make the call. I think we trick our brains so much and like thinking that it's hard and it's creating that momentum that okay, just make a call. If it's a bad call, someone doesn't answer or it doesn't work like most of them we talked to yesterday, it's like okay, like their next call.
Goes to voicemail, it hangs up, whatever. But the reality is there's millions of opportunities. Like
Oh,
how many listings are there on Zillow, right? Like
yeah, and I think I tricked myself too on like there's so many wholesalers and there's already people focused on this market. Like we were calling Memphis and Arkansas, but it's like if they haven't received a phone call yet, you could mess up the call completely. And as long as they're motivated and interested, it will still be a deal. So I think we've been focusing so much on what to say, how to say it, which is important, but it's also just like, just make the call. You never know how motivated someone might be. And like the kid in Arkansas, he had two other deals that he's like, yeah, this won't work. And I just said, do you have anything else that might work? He's like, well, I have one that's not even on the market yet. So it might not be that exact property that we're calling on. And I think we dive in and try and evaluate that property so hard before actually making the call, where you spend all this time evaluating it like, oh, this doesn't look that great, or the one that the duplex or triplex that we had where it's like the two other um buildings were just destroyed.
crash. Yeah.
But it's like maybe that's not even the one that that real estate agent's going to make a deal for us on. So I think, and I noticed this with myself yesterday too. Like we waste so much time trying to analyze this, but it's like you won't know anything until you actually make the call and figure out the seller situation because you could spend 10 minutes analyzing a property and then we call the agent and it's just like, no, they don't want to do it. Like that one lady that was just adamant on it. No, we're not doing it. My broker doesn't want to do it. He's the owner of it. So it's like you're analyzing this property and it's owned by a broker. We're owned by an agent and they're so adamant on not doing the deal that you just wasted 10 minutes where you could have made three more calls possibly.
Yeah. Well, and I think too, like the thing that matters more than any of it, literally more than the condition of the property or its location or the price or any of that, the thing that matters most is the seller's motivation, right?
Hmm.
Like if you find a motivated seller, all the rest of that stuff can be figured out.
For
Like
sure.
you can analyze the deal. There's just not like a race, right?
And
Like if you get a hold of somebody that's motivated, then you can take the time later to spend the 10 minutes looking at the property and looking at the pictures and thinking about what it's worth and doing comps and all that. But you're kind of putting the cart before the horse if you don't know whether or not they're motivated. Because if they're not motivated or the phone number's bad, like you're wasting your time,
yeah, yeah,
right?
exactly. That's like the exact point. And after we were done making calls, I always try and reflect on it a little bit. Like, okay, what could I have done better in my conversations? Where was my mindset? Where was my heart, most importantly? And that's kind of what I wanted to reaffirm, like our goals and our focus as a team is why are we doing this? Well, one, like we all need money, right? Everybody needs money,
Shocker.
but
Yeah.
y it will when you come across as genuinely wanting to help the seller and find out their unique situation, that's what's going to create opportunities. That's what's going to come across on the phone. And even yesterday, I think I was trying to crank calls out. Like there's a fine balance of cranking these calls out, moving on to the next one, but it's like some that might turn into something. It's like, okay, slow down and really try to help this person and their situation. Their house has been sitting on the market for we had one that was 300 and like
Over a year. That
Yeah.
one I called on that had the nice hardwood floors have been on there for 375 days.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, they're just thinking about pulling it off the market, and instantly our brain goes to, oh, sweet, I want to get off this call anyway. Like, oh, okay, that's cool. It's like, but why are they selling? Like, that, what's the reason they're selling? Do they really want to pull it off the market? And maybe some people aren't that motivated. They have a portfolio. Oh, they just wanted to see what they could get for it. Okay, and if that's as far as you can get, fine, but it's asking that other question, like, what do they really want to sell this for? If they're going to pull it off the market, it's been sitting this long, like, why haven't they pulled it off already?
Yeah.
Um, so that's kind of what I want to focus on today. I think those are when my calls go the best. And that's finding people that are motivated, either going through a divorce, a foreclosure, they lost their job, they have medical bills, like they're out there. And if we
Yeah.
can spend the time to ask those questions and find out, then that will lead to more things. So that's kind of what I wanted to focus on. Obviously, I think the 10-day call per challenge right now, it kind of sets the tone and makes it consistent. It's going to turn into more relationships and deals if we can just make the 10 calls. And even if we don't hit the 10 calls, like yesterday, we sat on there for 2 hours. We probably could have made way more, but you want to make this enjoyable too.
And I
Like,
made more calls than I've made in a month. It felt
right.
like. I mean, I've called a few things and I've done some other stuff that's not on the CRM, but like
No, but
we get
you
a ton
went
of properties.
from you had like two leads in there. Now what's how many do you have? Let's see.
Well, and part of the problem is I don't put half my stuff in there. Like I don't have the South Ogden house, I don't think on the
But
CRM.
it might be just even getting on a call like that and me reminding you, hey, put it in the CRM. Like it's a little tiny step, but now you have six in there. So you tripled basically from
Yeah.
2 hours. And I think doing things with people obviously helps.
Oh
Uh,
man, my ADHD, like they call it body doubling when you have somebody with you to do the thing, even if they're just like physically present and not helping you. It's like infinitely easier for me to get something done.
It was even my experience, like it was so much more fun and enjoyable than sitting down by myself because when you're by yourself and maybe you have a bad call or you've made calls and nothing's happened, and it's then your mind starts spiraling like, am I wasting my time? Am I ever gonna find one? And when me and you were making the calls together, it was just like, hey, me and Shane hung out for 2 hours and I
Yeah,
got some
and you
work
can
done.
make it funny. Like you can have fun with it. It's like,
Yeah.
man, these guys are selling this dump and they don't even want to talk to us on the phone. Like, who are these guys, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just a lot more entertaining.
So I
Yep.
think if you and I can continue to do that, even if it's just an hour a day, or maybe it's just 30 minutes a day, but maybe like if I start coaching, we can start bringing people into the fold and Braylon might hop on one day, Cassidy might hop on one day, and then that will be the mindset switch or the habit that we need to form for everyone. And
Yeah.
really the goal in this is one to help other people, but it comes with a big reward once you do find one. Like I was just creating everything for YouTube. Like I'm going to do a 10-day challenge. If I do this for 100 days, that's going to be 1,000 calls. And
Yeah.
I'm like, if I were to get a deal today and close it by next week, I have the potential of making $10,000 or 5,000 or 15,000 or 20,000 depending on the deal and the assignment fee. But I started internalizing that. I'm like, what would 10,000 if I closed this day on Friday in 1 week and got a $10,000 check, what would that mean to me right now? And it'd be huge.
Yeah.
It'd be massive. I think it'd be massive for any one of us.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the mindset and goal we need to have and keep present every time we're making these calls. Let's make it fun, but it's one, let's go out there to help someone else in a situation that they don't know how to get out of. Because if you're in foreclosure and behind on payments, like I know what that's like right now because our freaking flip, my partners are behind on their payments and it's stressful. And so if we can be that person that comes and helps and rescues them and provides some light into their life and hope, that along with a big check is just like I think that's why I love real estate so much and why I'm
Yeah,
gravitating more towards wholesaling too, because retail wholesaling, it's like, yeah, you're helping someone get into a house and it's great. It's fantastic. I love it. It comes with a big check too. But you meet these people in these situations and it's almost like you're getting down in the trenches with them and helping them out. And that is more gratifying to me. It might be a little bit more work. It might be talking to crazy people. It might be the headache of just disciplining myself to make cold calls. But I think that's, sorry, why I'm gravitating towards this. And I think if we can, as a team, keep that mindset, that's what will help us more than anything.
yeah, yeah, I
Um,
agree.
so I wanted to hop on, and that was just kind of our little motivation, I guess, for the day and to keep us on the right track. But I want to hop on with prop stream real quick or prop wire.
Yeah,
Because I noticed like yesterday we're kind of going through random properties and checking them out, and it's like, should I call this one? Should I not? And if we can filter them just a little bit more, it will one save time, but also give us better leads that we're calling. So, man, I got an itch in my throat. Um, desktop 3. Can you see that, Shane?
yeah, I can see it.
Okay. So let's hop into PropWire.
Okay.
And if you
I
guys,
tried to use this tool the other day. Can I ask you a question real quick first? Is that all right?
yeah,
I tried to use this tool to look up that latent property to see if I could see anything on the underlying mortgage. And if I type in an address, like a specific address, it wouldn't go there for some reason.
yeah, I tried that yesterday too, and I'm not sure. I don't think this is the most updated. That's kind of what I wanted to go over too. So some stuff will be inaccurate, but it's a good way to just kind of work a little bit faster. So lead types, we're going to go to MLS active. Property types, I just put in single family and multifamily. You might want to take multifamily off and just do single family. I would love to find a multifamily deal, so that's why I'm adding it in. And then if you go to MLS filters, did you see that?
Yeah,
So over here, you got one more MLS filters. We're going to go down to minimum days on market, minimum 60, maybe even 90. And then that should filter everything off. Let's go active. Actually, the less filters, the more it will get. Let's just see what that gives us. Save and close. And then let's just go Utah since we're here. Okay, so 1,164 results in
that's
Utah.
a few. It's a few.
Just a little. So if you hover over it, this is multifamily. You can kind of see 1.4 million. What the? Oh, that might be like a bunch of them. It'll give you,
It's a sixplex.
so it might be 6 different houses or 6 doors. Corporate
Corporate
owned.
owned.
So
Interesting.
it'll give you more information on this. So let's just click on this one. Price improvement. The only thing that I don't love about this is it's not going to give you the agent's number directly like Zillow. So at least on a Mac, I don't know
But
if
it's going to be listed so you can go into Zillow and find it, right?
possibly. Here's the estimated value. You can go into the market and it's going to tell you like market statistics on that area. So it's fun to look at, but again, don't waste so much time analyzing all this stuff before you actually call. This might be good after you have a good phone call. Here's comps. It'll give you like if we need real comps and have an under contract, I'd rather run comps myself, but it'll just give you a good idea on like what's selling in the area. Here's the in the bottom left corner, comp base value, price per square foot. So you could dial this in. This property has, that doesn't even tell you how many beds and baths, but let's just say it was a single family. You can do, okay, this has 3 bed and is, I want it within 5% of the square footage, and that'll dial in your comps.
That's
So,
pretty nice.
owner, like if this is off market, we can find this stuff. You can skip trace it for, I don't know how much they charge again. I have $20 in here, so this might be 25 cents or something if it was an off
Yeah.
market deal. But I'd like us to stay on market just to be having more conversations and practicing our pitch.
Yeah.
So here's what I wanted to say. To get the agent's phone number, I highlight this address, I right click, and then search Google. It makes it easy and fast, and then it should be on Zillow if it's listed. Okay, so this one's under contract, it looks like. So that's the one thing on PropWire. This might not update and show that it's under contract right now. But you could call this, it's probably not the best use of time, but you could call this agent, Porter Criddle, and say, hey, I saw that you're, what is this, a sixplex? I don't know how many
Yeah.
is
It's
this?
three duplexes. Yeah.
3 side-by-side duplexes. I saw this is under contract. How's it looking? Is it pretty solid? Like, oh well, I don't know. The inspection came back and they're asking for certain seller's concessions. So if it's something that you're like really interested in, like, dude, 3 duplexes right by each other, would love it. That would be great to add to your portfolio, especially
Amazing.
if it cash flows.
Yeah.
So it might be worth a call. Um, but let's just say it's not. Okay, I'm gonna go back to this one. I don't see like this. This is a mobile home. So the filters sometimes just add in stuff that shouldn't be in there. That's why PropWire doesn't give you the most accurate information, but it does a good job. Okay, here's one uh in Ogden, 386. I don't think
Investor's dream opportunity, Jordan. This is it.
I think I've actually driven by this house. 148 days on market. Okay, sweet. This would be a good one to call. So
Ooh, look at that
highlight,
blue. Hmm.
search Google, get the Zillow, pending. Eva. Okay, so that one's not
Wait,
one.
that's a duplex for 270? Damn, that would have been a good one.
It is, yeah.
I guess they're only one ones, but still, that's a good deal.
So you can sort to equity percentage. I think I went price per square foot, and then I went that's the most price per square foot. I went the cheapest just to find like
Probably
lease
give you a
out
bunch of mobile
stuff.
homes first or land, and then you got to go through and
Yeah,
yeah.
see, it's giving us land too. This is all the way out in Delta,
Oh, hey,
Cedar
I know a great
View.
storage unit for sale there.
Oh
Booming
yeah,
Metro.
I do remember that.
Yeah,
See, so some of these aren't fitting the criteria, like it's just land. So let's try and find a. Here's one, Lake Town. I don't even know where that is.
it's by Bear Lake.
Oh, is it?
Hmm.
That'd be a sweet one. Let's see if this one's available. There we
Oh,
go.
you'd have to see if that neighborhood allows short-term rentals because that would change the economics drastically.
Yeah, it would. Uh,
Uh,
I can't imagine it being on 1.25 acres that it would have an HOA or
HOA.
restrictions, but you never know. Okay, so here's a sweet one.
Holy crap, look at that.
I would love to live there.
I'd be
Okay.
able to sit there once a year and have all my friends be able to. That's amazing.
Been on 195 days. There's a good one to call. So the idea is using prop wire and how I was using it yesterday is just to filter stuff that's been sitting longer because you can still go in Zillow and do the search and do newest and then scroll to the last page. But this kind of just filters it for you. I
Um,
wish these filters did a better job because we've got like a lot of land, but it does give you a little bit more info on the property too. As far as like I can look at comps in the MLS, but you can just look through this stuff, what the market is doing in that area. Of course, there's no data on this one, but it does give you a little bit more info. So,
that's
um,
only a quarter share. Beautiful house though.
yeah. So the idea of it is like if you feel stuck or stagnant, just popping into prop wire for me, maybe it's like, oh, okay, here's like a new list or a new, filter that might work for me. Let's see this one right here. Hinkley.
Where's Hinkley at?
I don't know, dude. That looks like a good one. Been on 80 days. Let's see if it's still on market. Zillow. There you go. There's another good one. Let's see where
Half acre
Hinkley is.
lot.
Probably in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, it's just outside of Delta.
Delta, baby!
Let's
That on
go.
your way to Wendover? No, that's not Wendover.
No, Wendover's farther north.
Yeah,
It's on
there's
your way to Reno or some crap.
yeah.
What's down there?
So there's another good one. 70 days, 77 days on market. Um,
Boy,
so
that one would be fun to rent, wouldn't
yeah, depending on what rent rates are. Let's see. If you go down, it gives you the
it? There's
estimate.
nobody there.
2,400 a month? No way.
I doubt that. Not out there.
It's five bed, two bath, half
I know it's a
acre.
5.2, but how many people need a 5.2 in Hinckley?
Half acre, dude. They might have horses or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
No, that's not a horse property.
Looks like a horse property, if you know what I mean. Not in bad shape though.
No, it's got a metal roof.
That matches the siding.
It looks like it's been fairly updated. It might be a flip. I don't know. Flips in these little towns look a little different. Like they might just
Yeah.
do new flooring and call it good.
The kitchen isn't terrible.
No.
Little mini split in the bedroom there, or whatever that room is. Maybe that's downstairs.
So there's another good one.
Electric baseboard heaters. Ooh, mm, the people love them.
Dude, they're more efficient.
Are they though?
That's what they say.
They lied.
Whoever they is.
We had friends in the condo that we owned, our first property we bought that I had renters in for 12 years. Most of the neighbors had electric baseboard heaters under the windows, and they had these old aluminum frame windows. And our unit had forced air, and I replaced the windows when we moved in. And their heating bills in the winter were like 4 times what ours were.
Oh shoot.
All the electricity just going right out those windows from the baseboard heaters is bad.
Okay, so our we got a minute 30 left. Let's make sure that I've got
Already?
yeah, that it went fast. Okay, so look for stuff preferably 60, 90 days over market for sell by owner. Um, here's the actionable stuff that I think we need to focus on. Motivation. Why are they selling? What's the property status? Is there anything in the pictures that I wouldn't be able to see? Is there any work that's been done? Is there AC? What's with the base heat board heaters? Like, you know, find out all that stuff. It looks like the shed is about to fall over. Timeline, how fast do they need to sell? Are they getting into another property? And price, what's their bottom line? Um, really that the way we're doing creative, the best question to ask is, are they trying to get into another home? Like, do they need to sell this house to get into another one? So, um, yeah, I mean, I think we're doing great. We're going to get on, make calls again, 10 calls per day. The things I want to focus on are helping people and what it could do for us if we did close one in a week. And then really focusing on helping people though, but then staying consistent with 10 calls a day. Like even if you make 10 calls and nobody answers, you discipline yourself to make those calls. So that's what I want us to focus on as a team moving
Okay.
forward. My are you there, Shane?
I'm here. Are you there?
Yeah, it said the time ran out, but hmm.
Hmm.
So I'm going to let's hop out of this and get back in a Google meeting
Okay.
so that I can upload this to YouTube for everyone else. And
Okay.
then let's start cranking it out, bro.
Okay. I gotta take a quick potty break and then I'll jump in the Google Meet.
Dropping the kids off, huh?
Yep. Dropping the kids off. I'll be quick.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Talk soon.
See ya.